With high rewards comes high risk. If you want to have an edge in NFTs, if you want to have an edge in play to earn in the metaverse, you need to understand DeFi.
New generation of wealth builders.
Welcome to our decentralized finance webinar for today. A glimpse of the possibilities. So I want to start with this. As software ate the world over the last decade, DeFi will eat traditional finance during the next one. There's an article by Arthur Cheong. Right? He's a DeFi and crypto investor. So while I was doing my research, I've read this article before and sabi ko, it's a good time to bring this article up in this webinar. Right? So a software ate the world. So we can see that. If you study history, especially in our generation, in the modern generation, right? We've lived throughout different technologies. Diba? So right now, sa generation natin, we have social media. Then before that, we have the internet. And then before that, mga telephones. Pero you get the idea. Right? And then moving forward, what can we see right now that is a possibility of a next technology? And that is blockchain. The beauty of cryptocurrency in general is its network effect. So what do we mean by network effect? Right? Network effect is basically if you have more users, the more valuable it is. Kasi it's more utilized. It's more used. Right? Kaya nga sobrang valuable ng US dollar is because all the economies are using the US dollar. Right? Now, in this picture, this is the adoption curve or adoption pace of the internet and crypto. So on the top, this is 1990 onwards, and then below over here is crypto, diba? If you can see, right now in 2022, we're already almost 1 billion users. When the internet reached 1 billion users, it took it from 1992 to 2006. But right now, crypto in itself, by 2024, from 2016, ever since its inception, the mid-2024, it's expected to reach 1 billion users. So the adoption is faster than the internet. And think about it, guys. Kung nasaan yung internet ngayon, right? Na-imagine nyo ba yung buhay nyo na walang internet? Imagine that, guys. I want you to take a moment and imagine na okay, right now, yung buhay namin is the internet. I was talking to a friend and sabi ko sa kanya, Brad, imagine mo ba na what if nagkaroon ng pandemic noong mga 2005? 2005 nagka-pandemic at tapos lockdown. And right now, we have online classes, work from home, we're working 2-3 jobs because of the luxury of the internet. And imagine if the network of effect of crypto is such at this pace, how would it affect our day-to-day life, right? And hopefully that's what we're gonna unravel throughout the slides. And then when the internet started, right, the internet had no internet, meaning the internet had no infrastructures. The infrastructures was being built when the internet was starting. Di ba? Ano ba yung infrastructures na kailangan ng internet? Yung mga wires, di ba? Yung mga bakal, yung mga underwater wires throughout different countries and continents. But the reason why crypto has this fast of adoption, it's because crypto has internet. Meron ng infrastructures. Tapos nakita niyo pa yung ChatGPT, yung AI, yung grabe mag-code. Di ba? What more? Yung mga developers, grabe, sobrang bibilis na lalo sila mag-code and create more D-apps or decentralized apps for crypto. When we take a look at the DeFi market, it's so young. When we're using yung mga apps ngayon, for example, take a look when we're using Grab or Uber, when we're using Airbnb, right? When we're using GCash, merong mga features yan na kailangan natin gumamit ng pera and transact things. So imagine if we have mga Web2 companies using traditional finance systems, if we're gonna have Web3 apps, right? If we're gonna have Web3 companies that develop certain technologies, of course, they would be using decentralized finance, right? Now, I want to show you how early we are. So, over this chart over here, right? This chart over here, ito, yung top na yan, right? So, this was the previous top of the bull market when Bitcoin first hit 18K or 20K yata ito, right? And then, ito yung nag-rally siya. Nag-breakout siya from 2020 pandemic, right? Ito yung sinasabi nila na DeFi summer. So, from 7 billion of valuation, right, of the DeFi space, it reached a top of 200 billion. So that is times 27. Right? Imagine niyo, nag-invest lang kayo ng $1,000. After that, how many yan? Almost 1 year and a half. Yung $1,000 nyo, pwede maging $27,000 if nasakyan nyo yan. Crazy. And then right now, medyo magbagsak tayo, but I want you guys to focus on that. That was just the first run of the DeFi space. Right? First run pa lang yun. Imagine when things were just getting started and yung mga apps developed by this are just mga prototypes, just mga first generation. Right? What more the second, the third generation when more people adopt it and we can see real life cases for it. Next, and right now we are down from 200 billion, we are down at 35 billion. Right? So we're down 82%. So medyo malalim. Right? So ngayon medyo time to build. Right? Time to build, research mga DeFi things, ano yung next trends niyan, then paano tayo makapag-utilize ng DeFi. Right? So why does it matter for us? Right? As you can see over here, the US budget, sobrang laki ng utang. I mean, saan na yung utang na yan? Kanina ba tayo may utang? Right? And the reason why I believe that DeFi is a $1 trillion market cap. So imagine niyo guys, ngayon, nasa 35 billion. If in target natin 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 3 trillion. Apple alone, yung market cap, yung value ng company nila is already at 2 trillion. Yun yung ata yung top. So, imagine niyo in this kind of potential. Ito nga sinasabi ko, if I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong, but if I'm right, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make a lot of money. Right? I wanna make sure na I'm in that position na paano ko to gagatasan. Now, why do I believe that it's a $1 trillion market cap? It's because ang daming utang natin, right? And if you study history, ano ba nangyayari if madaming utang yung isang bansa? When there's big debt that you cannot pay, meron tayong tinatawag na debt jubilee. Debt jubilee na sinabi natin, okay, wala nang utang lahat, let's start from zero. Or they create a new currency, right? Before, the dollar was pegged to the gold, and sabi nila, okay, we're not gonna peg it anymore. So they basically recreated the terms and created the fiat dollar, which is backed by the government. Now, ano yung nangyayari ngayon, di ba? They printed a lot of money, ang daming pera circulation, ang daming may utang, nagtataas pa tayo ng interest rates. So ano yung ginagawa nilang bago? That's what we call CBDCs or central bank digital currencies. There were people kasi na therefore pushing na parang dapat meron tayong basic universal income that could sustain our day-to-day life. Kasi sinasabi nga nila, yung minimum wage right now, hindi siya enough. Right? So think of it like this. One of the terms that CBDCs are scary is think of it, lahat tayo merong digital wallet. Let's say GCash. Right? And sabi ng Philippine government, oh, meron kayong GCash, bibigyan namin kayo ng 5,000 for the month. Siyempre, saya ng lahat ng tao, di ba? Mayroon kang 5,000. But, yung term na yan, that is a CBDC, right? That's a central bank digital currency. Number 2 is you need to spend that 5,000 for the month. Or else, yung 5,000 mo, that will expire. Right? So, you're forced to spend. Right? That will create economic growth. Number 3, the CBDCs will be tracked on where you use it. And that will create a social credit scoring. But, hopefully, that would give you an idea what CBDCs are. So, we're early. Ngayon nga, di ba, below 2 trillion pa tayo. We're still early, guys. Okay, so why does it matter? So, the reason why it matters for us traders is 3 things, right? You can trade it. It's for portfolio diversification. And you can see DeFi in other crypto sectors. And so, it's really, really important. Kasi, you need to understand DeFi. If you want to have an edge in NFTs, if you want to have an edge in play to earn in the metaverse, you need to understand DeFi. Right? So for example, if you can trade this, si Titano, so for example, na-trade mo siya 25x, right? If you bought it the first day it closed, 25x, tapos meron ka pang 100,000 APY, right? Grabe, no? Crazy. So sobrang crazy talaga nung bull market DeFi era. So yan yung aabangan natin, guys. No, sa next bull run. Yan. Kaya mag-TR na kayo. Si Ohm, this one is yan, 200% pero mataas rin ang APY. Right? So even it was ranging, you were still getting a juicy APY of that. So super crazy as traders, parang yan yung maganda, 'di ba? Parang na-trade mo na nga tapos nagatasan mo pa yung yung staking niya, right? Yung interest niya. Now, it also works as portfolio diversification. 'Di ba kanina we mentioned meron tayong staking, meron tayong liquidity farming. So, syempre, as traders, saan natin nilalagay yung profits natin? Ako, as a trader, I want to be liquid. And I know if I stake and if I do liquidity farming, there are options na pwede ako maging liquid. So, what I do is I trade and then yung profits doon, sinistake ko siya. And then if I stake it, if may profits ako doon, pwede ko siyang liquidity farming. And then yung liquidity farming na yon for trading. Right? So this one, I won't go further details because this is something that I share within Technical Intensive. So yung mga strategies, ano yung ideal portfolio allocation. So if you want to hear that, go into technical intensive. Now, DeFi and other crypto sector. So dito papasok guys, bakit mahalaga si DeFi? Check blockchain. So alam na natin yan. Metaverse, and DeFi check, GameFi, AI, machine learning, IoT, NFT, and then DAOs. Okay, isa-isahin natin siya. Blockchain is very simple. We use it for transactions if for person A to person B. It's a form of exchange. Metaverse. Isipin nyo, di ba? Metaverse. Digital real estate. What do you think? How do you think transactions will happen there? And through the transactions, DeFi will be present. GameFi, Axie Infinity. Bomb Crypto, yung different different play-to-earn games natin. Nagkaroon yan ng digital economy, which is basically decentralized finance, right? Understanding tokenomics, looking at the charts, yan yung mga nasa meron ring decentralized finance. Artificial intelligence, so medyo wala pa akong experience dito. Machine learning, IoT, Internet of Things. So isipin niyo parang iPhone and a smartwatch. So if I work out, ginamit ko yung smartwatch ko and then na-record niya, right? Ilalagay niya sa phone ko. So that is somehow a technology of Internet of Things. Right? So for example, meron akong weighing scale, right? And then yung weighing scale na yan, na-record niya. Tapos let's say magpo-process yon to the diet that I need for the day. So that is somehow Internet of Things. So maybe in the future, right? DeFi would also be integrated for it. Parang if you're gonna process certain things. NFTs, don't get me started with NFTs pa. DeFi sa NFTs, for example, NFT is like basically a digital pass, a digital ID. If you stake your digital ID, your NFT into the platform, and then since you stake it there, right? Let's say gagamitin ng project na yon, so they reward you for a certain token, for a certain crypto. So that is DeFi again. Right? And then you have decentralized autonomous organizations, or what we call DAOs. Itong mga DAOs na to, think of it as a mutual fund, pero in crypto. Right? And then anong ginagawa nila sa mutual fund na yon, na basically in crypto? They reinvest it in other projects, in other DeFi protocols. So again, it's in DeFi. Now you see how crucial DeFi is in the space. Now, again, you ask yourself, how can I fit into the DeFi space? Right? Kaya ito yung sinasabi ko, when you want to go into DeFi, cash is king. Because you can be part of it in so many ways, you just need capital. So for example, NFTs. So bumili ka ng NFT. Let's say yung Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? And then you stake it, tapos magkakaroon ka ng ape tokens. Or for example, yung the gods, right? You buy the god and then you stake your asset and then you're gonna have yung tinatawag nila dust token, right? For example, yung GameFi, not sure if you stake your land, di ba? Magkakaroon ka ng AXS. Yan yung mga metaverse doon. So now you see how important DeFi is. And hopefully, even if ganun kadami yung possibilities, I want you guys to consider again yung risk. Meron nagtanong dito, di ba, yung possibility of hacking. And let me show it to you. This year was a tough year. And yes, I've made a lot in DeFi, but dami ko rin nabalik doon sa market. It's because, syempre, meron akong profits. I was looking spaces to put in yung mga DeFi profits para, it continues to work. But I was affected. Itong winter mute, na-affect ako dyan, yung winter mute na yan. Right? Because yung isa kong pinag-investan, stablecoin to stablecoin siya. Tapos, I think I lost 25-30% doon because na-hack siya. So, yun yung risk. Right? Even if I was in a stable coin earning 10 to 15%, let's say dollars na lang, no? I put in dollars dyan sa isang DeFi protocol, 10 to 15% per year. Nawalan pa ako ng 30%. Sakit nun. It was kind of big. So, yes, kaya risk management, yun talaga yung very important. Right? And then we had yung FTX. Right? Imagine ninyo, di ba? Nag-stake ka lang sa FTX. Nagli-liquidity farming ka lang sa centralized exchange. Tapos, parang ginamit yung pera mo. Tapos nawala na. Hindi mo na ma-withdraw. Right? And then you also have yung Luna crash, yung UST, 'di ba? 20% daw sa stable coin. And then look what happened, wala na. Wala na yung Luna. With high rewards comes high risk.